Right, we're back. Chasing the dream. Josh is back.
Good to see Chris.
First lesson was 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to the day.
So today we're getting on the course. What I want to do today is kind of do a little bit of transitional stuff, kind of looking at how we're going to take it onto the golf course, look at how he's performing on the golf course, but then also looking at pitch shots and chip shots and kind of seeing how you plot your way around the golf course. So we're going to get on the course, we're going to take a look, and yeah, you're going to come with us and see how it goes. There you go, mate. 6 dozen TP5 golf balls. Yeah, I mean, these are the best.
Thank you.
So there you go, 6 dozen. That will keep you going for a bit. So I wouldn't put them all in your bag. There you go. Awesome, mate. There you go.
Thank you.
Good job, mate. So obviously, first time I saw Josh, we did some swing stuff. So out here on the course, I'm kind of interested to look at a bit more of the shorter stuff, like his chipping, pitching, maybe a bit of bunker play. Bunkers are quite wet today, but I'm not really seeing him hit any short shots. So already I've seen something there that I think we can help with the short bit, but I'll see him hit a few more as we go around.
Just for your reference, that's quite common with a wedge for me. With the wrist injury, the irons have definitely, I think, suffered because of it, just with the interaction with the ground and strikes and striking an iron. But yeah, probably weakest part of the game is, I'd actually say, sort of 150 yards and below. Yeah, thin one is.
As a best guess,
Yeah.
in terms of percentage, how hard do you think you had to hit that? As in, did you feel that was like a 70% swing, a 60% swing?
60 to 70%, yeah.
Which is fine, and I don't know your exact yardage, but I would say that's probably about accurate.
Yeah.
So the way you set up probably didn't mirror what you were intending to do.
Yeah.
So if I've got one of your wedges here,
Yeah.
if I was making a 100% swing, then I'd be setting up.
Yeah.
If I was trying to make a 60% swing, I would be closer,
Okay.
softer
Yeah.
in the arms, less structured, more weight left.
Yeah.
And then having my practice swings really feeling like I'm using more body,
Yeah.
less arms. To me, that looked like you were standing there with almost like a 7 iron.
Yeah.
So you've got almost, we'll call it 100% setup
Yeah.
with an intention of
For sure. Not.
60, 70%
Yeah.
swing. And then because your setup was sort of maybe 50-50 weight, you make a backswing, you shift some pressure here.
Yeah.
It's a shorter swing.
Yeah.
You've got less time to
Of course.
get back onto your
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
So let's go narrower feet,
Yeah.
softer arms. When I say softer, your arms hanging naturally will have a little bit of flex.
Yeah.
You can lock them,
Yeah.
but let's just go what feels
Sure.
natural. And then feeling like knees and hips, you're going to go sit more into this side.
Yeah.
And then the feeling is as you go back, you're keeping your weight.
On the front side. Yeah.
Just do those practice swings again for me. I know it's wet, I want more ground interaction.
Okay.
You don't have to take a divot,
Yeah.
but if you just look at, I just want more
Yeah.
more sense of where the ground is.
Sure.
Okay, so you have made some contact, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
minimal.
Yeah.
So you haven't got to take divots, but you've just got to sort of feel and sense where that ground is. Better, good. Okay. When you set up this way,
Yep.
narrow stance, weight forward,
Yep.
you will not hit the ground early.
Okay.
Okay. You will always hit the ball first.
Yep.
So hitting the ground is fine.
Okay, yep.
Almost in here, almost
For sure.
accept that you are going to hit the ground.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
Commit to it. Yeah.
Not a million miles away.
No.
Not a million miles away.
Yeah.
You were aimed pretty much left.
Yeah.
But it's because we skewed a few other things and you didn't go through your full routine
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you were focusing on other things. But this is better.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, agreed.
that size divot with the condition we've got
Yeah.
is good.
That's a typical one.
Okay. Okay. Talk us through your thought process. Like, why did you choose that club and what were you trying to do?
Chose the club based on the lie.
Yeah.
The problem or the risk that I've felt in that shot is how far you land on the green.
Yeah. In terms of the green, I mean, best guess you've probably got 25 feet of green.
Yep.
Maybe. So, in terms of the trajectory we can choose, we can go high or low.
Yeah.
Or mid. So
Yeah.
we don't need to do that. What's the lie making the ball do?
It's going to make it go up in the air
High, yeah.
pretty.
So I'm
Straight away.
looking at this thinking, okay, the safest way for me to get that ball close, the safest way is a lowest shot.
Yeah.
And then you've taken, what loft?
56.
56 off an upslope.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 56 plus the slope, 60 odd.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing high.
Yeah.
So that's fine if that was the shot you want to choose.
Yeah.
I think there's a slightly better option.
Yeah.
So this one is pitch and wedge.
Yeah.
I think you could potentially even go lower loft
Okay.
because of the slope.
Yeah.
But I would want, ideally, the easiest way to play the shot would be to have the club working with the slope,
Yeah.
which means that I'd have to match the slope.
Sure.
What you did is you went into the slope,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Because you've got so much loft, you
Yeah.
had to go into the slope.
Yeah.
But then your club is going.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have got to be half an inch out.
Yeah.
And you're getting that result.
Yeah.
So I would actually rather you go maybe even something like 9 iron,
Yeah.
which is lower loft, with the slope, maybe
Yeah.
brings it back up to pitch and wedge.
Yeah.
But then your club is able, dropping your club now, your club is then able to work more
Yeah.
with the slope, so our margin of error increases.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Ball a bit further back, so you have to walk up the slope a little bit. There you go, good. Now take your practice swings, and I want you to feel like the club is working with the slope. Okay, get the club lower. So now go ahead and try and hit one, but try and match the slope. So
Yep.
ball's going to go a bit further back. Okay, a bit more flex in that right leg. Really good.
Yeah. After that.
So basically, most of the shots you've hit so far, your alignment's been a little bit right.
Okay.
Now we kind of know why that's the case.
Yeah.
Because you've had historically, these kind of right to left
Yeah.
close club face. So
Yeah.
what we said that first lesson is if you've got some left elements in your swing,
Yeah.
you're going to introduce some right elements.
sure.
One of yours is alignment.
Yeah.
Simply saying to you your alignment is right, let's get it straighter, isn't enough because
Yeah.
you probably don't know your alignment's right.
Yeah.
Probably feels normal. So one of the things that you tend to do is you tend to approach the ball what I call too square.
Yep.
So we've got our flag as a target. You almost come into the golf ball from too square,
Okay.
and even as you walk in,
Yeah.
your alignment's to the right.
Yeah.
What you'll see majority of golfers doing, good golfers that is they'll be in sort of more open.
Yeah.
This way. So I would like you to tweak your routine a little bit.
Yep.
So we're going to go intermediate target,
Yep.
which on this tee shot is going to be basically that little bit of grass
Yep.
that you can see there.
Yep.
So the first thing I want you to do is body open, aim the club.
Okay.
Now you can, let the club sit on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much sure that club is now pointing at that little bit of
Yeah.
grass. Then I can build myself around that. I want your body to be built around the club.
Yep.
Whereas at the moment, you're almost coming in before the club even goes in.
Yeah.
you're
Sure.
A little bit close.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And the problem there is, and this is why this is so important on the golf course, if you stand in this sort of closed position, you're not this bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're aiming into these trees.
Yeah.
Here's the big disconnect. You set up like this, take a perfect grip, set the club perfectly,
Yeah.
deliver the club perfectly, flush it right at the middle,
Yeah.
make the best golf swing you've ever made, and you're going to go, that was horrendous.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I've just launched it into the trees on the right.
Yeah.
So at the moment, you're in a position where you can make the swing that I want you to make,
Yeah.
and you won't get a positive feedback.
Sure.
And then it becomes a big disconnect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we want you to be in a position where the good swing gives the good result.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
This
perfect
will
sense.
feel
Yeah.
odd. Now straight away, that's so much better.
Yeah.
Won't feel better.
Yeah. It doesn't. It feels, to be honest, like I'm aiming really far left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels driver setup feels weird for sure. I think it's something which I wouldn't have done by myself. That needed some external assistance for sure. But committing to it, I've seen the results of how it can impact my game positively. So yeah, it does feel strange, but I think it feels strange for a good reason. So, what about like ball position from there? Is that okay? Feels quite far back actually.
It's probably a touch back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just shuffle yourself. There you go, good. And I want you to just at setup feel through here
Yep.
a little bit taller. So you feel you take a little bit of that. There we go, perfect.
Yep.
You were sitting a little bit into your heels
Sure.
with all the clubs, so you're going to feel
Yeah.
a little bit less flex in the hips. So
From sort of my perspective, as I said to you, well, I suppose off camera, strike felt good. But I'm outcome-wise not obviously over the moon with it, but in terms of strike, that felt lovely.
Yeah.
It's trying to tweak without, again, overthinking it too much, which is really, really hard, especially like you say on the course. But in terms of feels, grip, everything does feel better, but it's going to be a process, and I think with certainly making tweaks, I'm actually quite happy. Lost ball.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite happy with that
Solid.
because in terms of strike, I know turned that one over, but felt good.
we had a first lesson. We explained a few things. I said I'd like you to change this. If you come back today
Yeah.
and the swing looks no different,
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, either I didn't explain it that well,
Yeah.
or you've not grasped it.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
The fact that we're seeing improvement, all that says to me is that you've got it.
Yeah.
Now it's a case of saying, okay, well, what you've done from then to now, we just got to push it a bit further.
100%.
It's not different. We've just
Yeah.
got to keep pushing.
sure.
like I said, I wasn't expecting it to be perfect today.
Yeah.
We just needed it to be moving in the right direction. So you're going to get your glove hand thumb.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yep.
Top of your swing. What you feel is as much underneath
Yeah.
the handle.
Okay.
If I close the face,
Yeah.
thumb gets closer to being on the side of the handle.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to feel it's more underneath. How's it feel? Horrible?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Stretched. So yeah.
So this is obviously much improved from first lesson.
Yeah.
I think you could probably still go a touch weaker with this. There we go.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what you're basically looking for is what this arm does is much simpler.
Okay.
It stays pretty straight, it
Yeah.
rotates.
Yeah.
This one has to bend and fold.
Sure.
And when it can bend and fold, it's got lots of things
Yeah.
that it can do.
Yeah.
So what you were saying then is you don't want to sort of manually do it. Which
Exactly.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So you almost want to feel like the first 2 to 3 feet
Yeah.
is chest, torso, legs react.
Yeah.
So you go to here.
Yeah.
And then this is where this is going to be soft.
Yeah.
Okay. And then from here, you just let the club work up. And this is where you're going to be starting to think about your thumbs.
Yeah.
Okay, so your thumb is on top,
Yeah.
left thumb.
Yeah.
You slightly close the face,
Yeah.
thumb goes more to the side.
Yeah.
So a good reference for you is left thumb,
Yeah.
which I know we're talking about right arm,
Yeah.
but the right arm is key to that. Right arm continues to fold, continues to fold, continues to fold.
Yeah.
And as you get up, then we get the club face into a much better position.
Yeah.
Not easy for you to see the club face.
Yeah, for sure.
You can have a try,
Yeah.
but you're not going to see it.
So with this left wrist, it should feel more that way.
So if you just turn your chest, your hands can just follow your chest.
Yep.
So these hands have done nothing other than just react to this.
Yep.
So they go back this way. But you get to a point now you're like, bit stuck.
Yeah.
So what they have to do is they have to fold.
Yeah.
So whatever this does is going to be mirrored by this.
Sure.
So now, so you
Yeah.
feel how your left
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of rotated and your right arm sort of
Yeah.
sat down.
And that's exactly what I struggle with. So the bad one is still, as I'm trying to correct the grip, want it, rather than just naturally going that way, just the concept of letting this one just naturally sort of come in like that doesn't feel nice at all.
Well, I mean, that's just a really simple drill. Just do a
Yeah.
couple of those. Just go, and you can almost go to here without really doing anything with the hands. But now that right arm has to sort of fold.
Yeah.
You're looking for around about here. You know,
Yeah.
where your palms are give or take pretty much
Yeah.
sort of parallel, and this
Yeah.
is naturally going to sit down.
Yeah.
And then from there, it should feel like you can now go
Yeah.
kind of all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Not too much. So it's probably the best back swing you've made. Do that again for me. Okay, go for it. Back to the start and just do that. Just really feel like you fold that right arm, get the arms low. Probably a better goal swing. And he didn't quite middle it,
Yeah.
but actually
Yeah.
that's probably closer to what I want to see.